can really mess you up.
Yeah, I got to turn right and stuff there. The wicked turn right.
Yeah, I remember many times I used one of them things. You got to have a window upstairs cracked a little bit, let some fresh air in the house, and kind of have the window cracked open just a little bit on the downstairs. So you let some. Yeah, you can't run them. I've been in houses where people use them things. They have all the windows closed up. Oh my God! You sit in there for 5 minutes, you get a migraine headache.
Big old headache. Yeah, you know what? I'm glad you said that there. I cracked my window just now in the ham shack.
Oh, yeah, that thing's eating up oxygen more than you are. So it's, when you start seeing the flame go from blue to really dirty, sooty yellow and there's nothing wrong, you might want to go outside and get some oxygen.
Yeah, I got the window cracked now, that's for sure there. Anyway, I had ham and bean soup today.
Ooh, good thing your mic gain isn't too high.
Might burn a hole through Ray's phone.
Oh, I love good ham and bean soup. Oh, man, my mom could make that?
Gonna look like a scene from Blazing Saddles later on. Oh, that's a good classic movie there. The campfire scene, right?
Mr. Taggart. I think y'all about had enough.
Hey, yo, where's all the white ladies at? Hey!
Yeah, we're waiting for the net commanders to show up, but so far it's just been us little peons.
Wait, what? Randy hasn't showed up yet?
No, we don't have the double R's yet.
Ray or Randy?
No, either one. Doesn't matter.
Good evening there, Stainless Steel Mark.
The Man of Steel. Good evening to you, too.
November 1 Whiskey Charlie Whiskey.
Dennis, how you doing?
What's new and exciting?
Nothing. Just came downstairs, turned the radio on. I heard all kinds of hate and discontent, and I figured I'd jump in and say, yay low.
Oh, your radio must have been on 7200.
7200, what is that?
Well, hate and discontent.
Yeah, there ain't no hate and discontent here yet.
Okay.
Yeah, there ain't no hate and discontent. That's going 40 meters on the 7200. That's hate and discontent there.
We even leave people like Randy in here.
Wow.
Bad Randy.
You guys are really digging to try and see if you can open them cupboards, huh?
No, Randy's a great guy. Yeah, I'm right here. I can hear you.
Yeah, just pick one.
Dennis, what are you doing? You're like 45 over here tonight.
I don't know. Just keyed the radio up, and here I am.
You're like high fidelity.
Stainless steel antenna.
I've never met you, but if I did, you'd be sitting right next to me right now.
Well, this is all Toad Harbor business right here, man. That's it. That's all I can tell you.
Come on, you're doing something different.
I'm not doing anything different, my friend.
You using that Tom's of Maine toothpaste, the fresh mint or something?
No. What was that, Mark?
It's me saying that he's 30 to 40 over.
Antenna.
Oh, by the way, an update on the antenna situation here. We are making progress.
Yeah, how are you making progress?
I got my 1,000-foot spool of copper wire back from my other ham buddy today.
Oh, okay. So then, let's see. It's tomorrow Sunday.
Who's the weak one?
Who's the weak one? Tomorrow.
Sorry, you covered up, Ray.
Right. Tomorrow is the Lord's Day, Ray. We don't do stuff like that on Sundays.
Oh, every real ham works any day it takes to get the antenna up.
Except for Ray. My backyard's too muddy. You see, Ray, you set yourself up when you say that.
Well, you can't work in mud. Because then you got to, come in and out of the house and stuff. You just can't. My backyard, when it's first thaws, the mud is like 3 inches deep, and oh my God, it's a mess, and it's slippery too.
Devin was in here looking for you, Ray.
Who was?
Devin, he's back.
Kevin. Which Kevin?
Devin with a D.
Oh, Devin. Oh, hello, Devin, if you're out there.
He'll come back shortly. He had to go grub.
Okay, well, we'll hear him in a while then.
So, Ray, I ended up getting rid of the 830 tuner and a mic and got to go see the Saratoga track today. It was pretty interesting. I haven't seen my friend there for almost 20 years.
What's his name?
John?
Is that John from Binghamton?
No, John from Saratoga Springs.
Yeah, I used to talk to him all with New York State.
No, you've never talked to this one. And if you did, it would have been up this area a long time ago.
Yeah, on CB.
Nope. On 2 meter sideband, he's talked to Randy, so I'm sure he's talked to you back in those days.
Boy, that sure sounds like him. So he bought your 830?
Yeah.
Okay, and you drove it all the way out there?
Yeah, that was a hop, skip, and a jump.
Oh, okay, very good. Well, that's good. You're saving that money.
He texted me. I heard you in the background.
So what are you saving it for, an 890 or a BMW?
Oh, listen to that. No. I don't know what I'm doing with it. The radio's about least amount of things on my mind. You know how I am.
Right, you got it. Your radio's fine. Your radio's good enough. I think you need a BMW.
On the wire, I have some unfortunate news to give you, however, Ray.
Let's see, unfortunate news. Your T2000 blew up.
No, Ray, or I wouldn't be talking to you. The wire is not solid, it is stranded.
That doesn't matter on the antenna.
Well, I know that you were a big advocate of solid.
Just on the feed line so it doesn't suck in between the insulators.
And mine's stranded, and I have no problems with it. So, and I use 10 gauge on the antenna, and it's stranded as well. But it's the big boy stuff.
Right. Well, hey, so you're going to make that all one piece then, Mark?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, if you could, that's the way to do it. All one piece, no connections. You're all set.
And he's got a good. Mark's always got a good signal, anyways.
The man of steel.
Not as good as good Mike.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I could be 3 dB louder.
Good Mike is like a good solid 10 dB better.
And besides, Mark, if your 2000 went down, I'm sure somebody around here would have a radio shipped to you, because we need you part of the net, brother.
Well, I have a 7000 I can back up on, but they don't like the audio on that. That's why I run this piece of crap.
But they accept Randy's 7000 as mobile.
Well, he's one of the head honchos. You can't tell him his audio sucks.
You sound particularly good tonight, Mark. Did you change another microphone?
Here he comes.
Something about you. I love you, brother. You're great. Every night for the past week, I've been improving and getting better with you every night, and I haven't done anything different.
I don't know. You sound good tonight. Maybe because it's really, really quiet.
Did somebody say the king? N1 WCW.
I'm starting to think maybe it might be a little bit like, maybe Ray's display went out.
Yeah, it's reading 27930.
No, not on your radio. Your display.
Ray's getting old.
Between the years.
So anyway, what's happening here? What am I missing so far? Anything at all worth listening to?
Well, Dennis is the big gun on frequency.
Yes, Devin was in.
Oh boy, don't tell him that. They'll all get excited. Devin was in?
Yes, he's eating grub right now. He'll be back shortly.
Must be that stranded 10 wire that's working.
He did didn't know who I was, so I had to, we had to go through all the proper introductions.
He still doesn't know who he is.
Yeah, well, you haven't been around all that much. I mean, you've come around for a long time, but you haven't been around a lot, so Devin wouldn't probably even... Have you spoken to Devin in the past?
Yes, but not every night.
I mean, Devin's no spring chicken,
He's still jet-lagged. He's still trying to understand what country he's in.
Yeah, his plane almost got shot down over Pakistan, so they had to kind of go south.
My radio didn't just say that, did it?
Yep.
Yeah, he's been traveling around some pretty unsafe areas. I mean, those areas over there can be pretty, at any minute, can be pretty dicey.
The Kennedy curse.
Oh, God, I knew it was coming. Here we go. Ray, you ought to put that... You've got volatile memories in your radio, right?
Volatile memories. I guess so.
You know what that means, right?
That means volatile means if you shut the unplug the radio, they go away.
No, Ray, that's not what it means. Ask your buddy Ray sometime off the air so you don't look like a moron. But anyway, you got memories on there. You can put memories for key phrases on your radio, and you wouldn't even have to say them. You just push a button, and this applies, fit. That applies, fit. That applies.
I don't know what you're talking about. I got a knob, a multi-channel knob, and it's in memory, and you just turn the knob, and the memories come up.
That's too complex, Ray. You ought to just have a keypad at the bottom 3 row or something where the big time, the Kennedy curse, what's the other thinking, and you put one there in the middle and then another one and then put one on the right.
Move on.
It works just fine the way it is.
Anyway, you wouldn't even have to key the mic. You just hit the button and bam, there it is.
Move on.
I just thought of something. I got that Kenwood microphone, and let me think about that. I could wire that Kenwood microphone probably up to this radio, and I don't know if that MC50 doesn't have an up-down button on it, does it?
There you go, the Kenwood curse.
No, but I have an MC60 if you want to pop that little amplifier thing out and try that.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I'll stick with the RE320.
Randy, how you doing tonight?
All good in the Toad Harbor hood, pal. Just got done watching a little TV with Maureen, and thought I'd come in here and see what was happening here. Maybe I might watch more TV.
You sound a little different tonight. You got something going on there?
No, everything's the same.
A little nasally.
Well, I don't know why.
It's probably Aurora.
No, unless the Aurora's up his nose, I don't think so.
There's a bunch of stuff going on off the sun, though. I know last week I had sent some stuff around to guys that can understand it, and there's a bunch of stuff coming right off the sun, right at us.
The potential for the northern lights in Saratoga Springs is this morning, Sunday morning.
Yeah, that's right. And it left the sun last Saturday.
Holy
so it's
cow,
the real deal.
Amtrak?
When did I send out those I gotta find out from Bruce when I sent those out.
Some guys that could understand it.
Yeah, not so much. That wasn't a diss to you, Randy. Trust me.
Are you running tonight, or are you running extra audio? Because your display's jumping all over the place.
Thank you.
Well, I can assure you I'm a lot narrower than you are.
Well, I'm just telling you, that's Randy. I think he's right. You're just really different than you normally have been.
The drive was all the way up. I have no idea why. I never turned that drive. Oh, I know why. Because the monitor gain is next to it. I must have been trying to turn up the monitor.
No.
Thank you.
Thank you, Randy, for letting me know.
Yeah, I was going to have to hate to say it, Randy, but Ray sounded better than you. He did.
Well, that. I mean, is it better now? I don't care about whose sounding better, but is it not where it's where? So this is let's see, compression is at halfway, like I normally have it. This is the drive gain at halfway where I normally keep it, and now this is with the drive gain all the way open, all the way up, drive gain all the way up, and back to where it should be, at a little less than halfway.
Yes, you sound much gooder.
sound beautiful there, Randy. Big signals tonight, KB1AL.
How's Big Al tonight?
All right, Randy, Ray. Yeah, what a band is fantastic tonight.
Well, you're on 160. What do you think it's going to be?
Beautiful conditions, before the Aurora.
Beautiful conditions. Everybody's doing 40 over in Virginia.
So there was a minor G1. I'm going to send this to you, Randy. You ready? Randall? Now, where does he go?
Yeah, maybe he had to pee.
His microphone took the dump.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
I don't have you in an email, do I?
Who?
You.
A particular email or my email address?
Let me just see if I can't work this out. I want to get this off to you.
I've been dying to see. Somewhere there's a G1 storm that happened today. You wouldn't understand. We woke up to the perfect what do they call it, Randy? Bomb cyclone last night. I woke up to about 6 inches of fresh powder. Randy, how much did you get there last night?
Oh, probably 3 or 4 inches.
Really?
There you are. I just found you. Okay. It's sent.
We got 3 or 4 inches of rain.
That doesn't sound as sexy as fresh powder.
There's a good video. I want to find the one with the video that actually shows the sun and actually shows the emission from the sun. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, but G1's not that big. The problem is that our magnetic field is a little weak right now. So anything that burps on the sun, we kind of feel it.
Well, the magnetic field doesn't know which way to go because it's skirting all over the USSR right now.
Yeah, I know. It's wobbling and getting ready to change and doing all kind of crazy stuff. Somebody told me there was a hole somewhere in the magnetic field. They did not say where, so I have yet to plausibly confirm that. But that is what I've heard. That's gossip. I don't know if that's true.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, come home.
I think it's right over top of Toad Harbor headquarters.
Now, why you gotta be like that?
So, this is a video because it's a link, and you had to watch it within 24 hours.
And 3 or more.
November 1 Whiskey Charlie Whiskey.
KB2 ZVP.
KB1AL.
W2 Karawa. Oh, wow. That's getting close, isn't it?
So, Al, you sound great on this band.
Oh, cool. Yeah. No, there's no question about it. 160 is a great band. The conditions on 75 were a little sketchy there for a while, this morning especially, but they started coming back here towards the evening, and then the band's going to go long.
Now, what microphone are you using?
The Wave Mic 800.
The Wave what?
It's a $12 special. I don't think they have them anymore, but it's the Wave Mic 800. It's a Chinese special.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say it's right up there with the top of the line $8 specials.
All right.
Ain't nothing finer than a $12 mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's until you compare them to a good mic.
What microphone you using there, Ray? Hey, Ray.
Yes?
What microphone you
Who's
using?
your fan, Ray?
I'm running a 320.
Man, I wonder what do I sound like with the 320 in my Kenwood?
I don't know. I think you have a T2, very restricted audio, so I wouldn't waste the money on the expensive microphone until you get the expensive radio.
Yeah. You're right about that.
He wants to be just like you, Ray.
Well, then he needs to buy either an 890 or that new Yaesu, one or the other.
Anyway.
When's that damn radio finally going to come out?
I keep asking myself that same question.
The guys were in here last night talking, I think when Randy was in here, or just after he left, and they were talking that someone's got it. It's been released, supposedly. That was the scuttlebutt.
No, somebody's yanking your chain.
Yeah, no, that's wrong. What we were talking about last night. Somebody with close ties has one.
Somebody with close ties tells me at the end of April.
They're already being tested upon.
They're out in Europe. There's a couple of them out in Europe, I understand.
Okay, is it Europe?
Yes.
Somebody check the Sherwood website and see if he tested one yet.
No, he has not.
So detrimentally, the person that was telling me that was wrong was wrong.
Yes.
So Europe has them. So how come we haven't heard anything about it yet?
They like to keep things secret.
What about that new article? 95 gigahertz and above the spectrum. Man, nobody ain't going to work those things.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, that's what QST magazine was reading about. 95 life above 95 gigahertz and above. That's weird. That's the oddest place.
You use a paper clip for the antenna or what?
I had no idea about this QST magazine when they put it in here. So, because they say it's going to be another radio by ICOM. They're building the radio.
They're never going to build a 95 gigahertz radio, I can assure you that. You might be talking about the new band at 75 megahertz.
Yeah, they call that, what, 3 meters or something?
Isn't it 4 meters?
Yeah, one of them off funny things. They use it over in Europe right now.
Yes, that's correct.
JTV for call.
Go ahead.
Thanks. Al, you still out there? KB1AL, WJTV. Okay, I guess not. Thanks, guys. WJTV.
What's your call? WJ2B as in Bravo or D as in Delta?
That's correct. B as in Bravo, Whiskey Juliet, 2 Bravo, we're here in Long Island, New York. Good friends with Al, KB1AL. Haven't heard him in a while. Just want to say hi.
Well, I want to let you know that we won't hold that against you.
Where'd Al go? He was just here.
I doubled with Ray. Randy, I got an update.
Yeah.
Okay, the little microphone element bag that you sent me, this microphone element is one of the big wafers.
That's what you're running now?
That is correct, yes, sir.
And that one sounds better than the rest of them.
Selection.
So leave that one on.
Well, it's very clear. It sounds, it's got very good articulation.
Yeah, it doesn't have much bottom end, though. But that's okay because this radio won't produce that anyway. But, yeah, I noticed that, too. I was hearing myself back through another rig and listening and making adjustments. And I thought I'd use it for a little while and see if I got any negative comments.
I can understand you really, really good. You know, you're very easy to understand.
The little button dots, they're the ones that are too spacey, too mushy.
If you get my wife to use his microphone so I can understand her.
I don't think that's a standard filter. I think that's a second option.
Is John in here tonight? WB2BYP, are you listening? N1DBL? Who was, oh yeah, that's Chris down there. Chris, are you listening?
Good evening, Toad people. Whiskey Golf 2 Echo.
Good evening, Carl.
Hey, Carl. Randy and Ray and Mark and whoever else.
Now, that radio's got great audio.
We are back east today, Carl.
Oh, in my neighborhood? Well, we were in Fonda and Fultonville and Tribes Hill and Johnstown. Oh, I would consider that my neighborhood.
It's kind of your neck of the woods, right?
Yeah, well, let's see. You texted me, and I was out driving around. By the time I got home, I turned on the radio, and the only person I could hear was Ray, very much in the noise, and nobody else.
Hey, Ray.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff going on with the band, with this solar storm. You know, 60 and 80 meters have both been really messed up.
Hey, the solar flux is up to 82.
Hey, Ray.
Yes.
Hey, they say I looked on there, okay, I'm on the FCC website. They created new rules to create a spectrum horizon experimental license for the frequencies between 95 gigahertz and 3 THz hertz.
Yeah, but nobody's going to build a radio for it, okay? You said ICOM's going to build a radio. Nobody's going to build a radio for that.
Yeah, ICOM is working with NASA.
Yeah, right. No, but not to build a radio for the ham radio people.
$899. I saw it in the HRO catalog. $899. 900 gigahertz?
Yeah. You'll have a 1-inch dish up on your tower.
Think of the stacked array you could have for that band.
Yeah, the only trouble is you'll have 40 dB of feed line loss between the shack and the tower. That's the trouble. The trouble with those bands are you can't use large coax. You know, at that frequency, you can't use a piece of coax more than 1/8 of an inch wide. So the loss is like probably 20 dB per 100 feet.
What is that, 3 centimeters?
Oh, my God, no, it's way, way shorter than that.
No, I mean the band.
I have no idea. I'm sure it's shorter than 3 centimeters. Let me try. I'll try to figure it out. 95 gigahertz, right?
Let me look at Tractor Supply, see what they got for spacers for feed line.
Yeah, it'll have to be 0.005 inches.
Honestly, you got to worry about the radiation coming off that thing.
This is a slot that's about 1 millimeter wide by 3 millimeters long.
Oh, if I did it right, it's 0.01 inches, so it's 1,000th of an inch.
Well, you won't need much of a tower to hold that puppy up.
That's right. You could have a 10 wavelength tower, and it's only going to be a 1/10 of an inch tall.
Yeah, you have a 10 wavelength tower that you'll trip over.
Extremely susceptible to rain fade, fog, clouds, or moisture in the atmosphere.
Cow farts.
Right. The only place it's going to work is in the vacuum of space.
I was going to say, you gave it too much, Randy. I was going to say grasshopper farts.
There's people that screw around up there. You know, they're lucky if they can get, you know, 1/4 of a mile or a 1/2 mile or something.
Something cool to play around with.
Yeah, well, doesn't interest me much.
Sounds like something Bippy would be into.
Yeah, I would say he probably, take a swing at that.
Yeah, they say that this guy, Brian Justin, WA1ZMS, going to be the first guy to be playing around with that stuff.
3.2 millimeters is the wavelength at 93 gigahertz.
Yeah, it's really tough up there, and it's hard to get devices that are efficient, too. Power's very, very limited, very low. Need dish antennas, high gain.
You know, the guy that would know about that is WZ2D, right, Rich? He's the one that would know all about that stuff. That's what his company does, builds those things.
My temperature's dropping fast. I'm down to 45 degrees tonight.
I think most everybody here would be very happy with 45-degree temperatures. 25. It's 28 here.
At least all the snow that fell melted.
Not here, it didn't.
Well, here it did, so just got a little bit of snow here. 2 more hot days should get rid of it.
My house faces northeast. What do you think I had laying there when I opened the garage door?
A raccoon?
No, big snow drift.
Oh. Me too.
Raccoons don't come around here anymore.
No, but it drifted to 6 or 12 inches deep, so I had to snow blow this morning.
At least you don't look like Colorado and Nebraska underwater.
Yeah, I don't envy that.
There was some river out there that was like 24 or 28 feet above flood stage. What a mess that must make. KC3, KXP.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, Tom, how you doing?
Hey, Tom, how you doing?
Doing good. How you guys doing? Oh, I just love that audio. Thanks, Ray.
Doing pretty good there, Tom. Hanging in there, 45 degrees weather, nice sunny day, no snow on the ground.
It's the same here. No snow on the ground. But I'll tell you, I went to the ham club this morning, and there was snow in Erie, and I'm probably about 30 miles south of Erie, and no snow here.
The big ham fest out in Connecticut tomorrow, I guess.
It's a little far away from me.
Yeah, but the guys over there in the east, they'll probably go to. Some of those guys can go to that.
Is that the one in?
It may be, Ray. I know Al was talking about it, and those guys, I guess they're all going to go out there. Southington, that's the one.
Yeah, I think that's the one. I've been there. I went to that back in maybe the 70s, and I'm still shuddering from it.
Maybe it'll be as good as Marathon.
Well, that's when I had that guy trying to buy my Alliance U100 rotor. It was like brand new condition for $5. Did you sell it? I told him he came, after I'd been there 20 minutes. He goes, "You want to sell this rotor?" I said, "Yeah, I want like $20 for it." And he goes, "Well, I'll give you $5." I said, "No," and he left. Then he came back in the middle, same thing. "I'll give you $5." So then I'm packing everything up. I bought my Yaesu. I had a Yaesu 2-piece. I was trying to sell it. Of course, that was just a total waste of time to try to sell that radio down there. But anyway, I'm packing everything up, and the guy says, "So you're going to sell me this rotor now for $5?" I said, "Nope, I'm taking it home and I'm throwing it in the trash." All right. Now, if he knew who I was, he would have driven up to Springfield to check my trash when it was trash day. He probably did. Yeah, that's the kind of people. That's the kind of people I hate. I do not like people like that at all.
There are people going through your trash.
Well, not in Wilbraham. Well, I don't throw my trash in Wilbraham. I bring it down. I brought it down to my mother's house because she had trash pickup and I don't. But anyway, I'm going to have to get trash pickup. I'm going to get after bringing all that crap up from her house, I got to get like a 4 cubic yard dumpster and just, get rid of all the trash around this house. I could probably just about fill a 4.
You mean there's people that go through trashes just to see what you got?
Absolutely.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
We got a lot of that down here at the airport ghetto.
Hey, one man's trash is another man's gold.
On Trash Day in Rochester, there are groups that go. They know every single night what streets get picked up, and people purposely put out stuff that can be taken away easily, by the trash, the scrappers, and these scrappers will go around all night long, every single night, in different neighborhoods, and just fill their trucks up.
With metal, right?
Yeah, if you leave a couch out there, they would take the couch apart and pull all the steel springs out of it.
I know, it's just incredible that people can do that and make money out of it. How do you make money out of it?
I'll tell you what, Ray. If you rent a place to the Amish here, they'll go through, they'll tear out your copper pipes, they'll tear out your wiring and everything, and they'll go sell it. And in other words, they trash your house.
Do they rob it?
Hey, they rent it. They figure what's in it's theirs.
Oh, really? They're that bad?
I'd never rent to them.
Well, I have a thing. I wouldn't rent to anybody. I actually had a guy call me up and ask me if I'd rent my mother's house, and I said, "Are you crazy?" I said, "No way." He goes, "Well, geez, I only want it for like 6 or 8 months." I said, "Listen, go away."
I think you should make it into harbor headquarters for when we come over that way.
No, I'm going to make it into $140,000, and that's good enough for me.
Buy a lot of Kenwoods with that.
Hey, Randy.
Yo.
W2KRY. Send Maureen out, see if she can see the Northern Lights yet.
Honey, can you see the more? Not from where she's sitting. She can't.
Hey, I can see stars though, so you might be able to see it tonight.
I looked a little while ago. It was still pretty cloudy.
We need somebody up north. Who's up north? Where's Steve? Steve was in here earlier. Steve, LHZ, are you listening? He's up on a big hill out in the woods up north. You should be able to see him good.
In the states you guys are in, do you have Powerball up there?
Yeah.
$625 or $650 million tonight.
Yeah, well, I didn't buy one, so can't get it now.
Actually,
nobody's going to hit it. You can get the bigger one tomorrow.
Yeah, if I ever win one, that's the one I want to win.
Half of it's going to go to taxes.
So everybody keep their eyes open on the road test on that new Yaesu 101. I'm dying to see how that thing does.
Don't you worry about it. You got the best radio there is. Don't worry about it.
Well, that's what I want to see. I want to see if that's an SDR. I mean, they're saying it's an SDR. So if it's an SDR, it ain't going to have a 100 kilohertz dynamic range.
No, it sucks. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it.
But, Ray, it's going to have a tuned front end with an SDR.
I know they're saying all kinds of fancy stuff, but we'll have to wait for the test.
1.21 gigawatts.
Time travel. Oh, my God. There's so many things. Oh, sorry.
Hey, Ray.
Yes.
Do you know, I had a friend Okay, this is my wife. She rented out a house. Okay, there was a guy. All right, the guy rented out, you know, and I guess like he paid the rent and stuff there. But, however, when the owner did the inspection, there was holes in the wall. She said the guy broke the windows and everything else, and had a hard time kind of evicting him out there. It took her 3 months in a court case trying to evict this guy out of Florida.
I rented a house one time for a year or two. I would never, ever, ever think about renting a house to anybody ever. It's the dumbest, most stupid way you can try to make money.
Yeah, that's for sure, because she said she's going to fix the house and sell it. I said, that's what I tried to tell you a long time ago. There, she lived in, I was in Gainesville, Florida, and she lived in Lake City, Florida there. And I said, I tried to tell you there to sell that house a long time ago.
In the meantime, when you're trying to evict them, you can't have the electricity shut off on them. You can't have the water shut off on them. And in the meantime, they're destroying your house and leaving you with one big whopping bill.
Right. Anybody who ever any of you guys who think you're smart and you want to rent a house, okay, watch this movie called Pacific Heights. It's called Pacific Heights. Just watch that movie, and that'll change your tune about renting a house.
What was nice of the place I had in Florida, RV park, you can get them out of there on a 24-hour notice.
Right. Well, that's the only way to do it.
And I see my old park is up for sale again.
Uh-oh. Time to go down and grab it.
No. They raised the price on it $500,000. They're looking for 1.6 now.
Where was that, Tom?
Zolfo Springs.
Oh, okay. My mom's down near Tampa.
Yeah. I was 56 miles south and east of Tampa on 17. And the park was at 17 and 66. The Oasis is Zolfo Springs.
Well, if you decide to move back to Florida, Tom, you have to get a spot where you can put up 191 foot and 1/4 tower.
Yeah, I had in the park there. I had 9 acres.
Well, that would be, you need the tower 191 1/4 feet. That's what you need, and you'll be able to get up here no sweat.
We made reservations for next year for Florida for 3 months, and we're looking at a place up here, trailer park.
Boy, you're a glutton for punishment.
Oh my God! I just read the caption of this movie here. It came out in 1990. Oh my God! He tried to swindle these couples out of real estate.
Ray, a lot of the guys I worked with, they never collected their first pension check. Going 24/7, 8 to 16 hours a day. They went home and sat down, and they never collected their first pension check. And I'll tell you, that scares the bejeebies out of me. I got to be doing something.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. Start putting up a new tower. Get out there in the yard this year and put up a tower.
Yeah, but I need something every day.
We'll give you plenty of work. Don't worry about it.
I'll tell you, that's where I envy Randy.
Hey, move near Randy. He'll hire you at the block plant.
Gotta stay busy.
You're right. You gotta stay busy. Otherwise, you'll be walking with a cane all humped over. No, thank you. I don't want to live like that.
I bet I could fix that stuff at Randy's plant.
That's right. He needs somebody good. The only trouble is you're too old.
I know I am. I'm a year younger than you.
Over that stuff. And when I was at Target there, up and down stairs and ladders and on this and on that and climbing up this and that, it was crazy.
Those ladders, that's what I need with new knees.
Well, that's one of the reasons I decided to retire, because my knees are really bothering me. And since then, it's been a year now, they're hardly at all.
If you go to get them replaced, the brand name of the knee is Smith & Nephew. They put a 30-year warranty on them. And I figured I'll be 90-some in 30 years.
Yeah, that helps a lot. Okay, we'll give you a new knee, and then you have to have the operation again.
Yeah, at 98 years old.
Yeah, well, you know, a lot of those knees just fell apart, and you got what they call metallosis, which is the metal all grinds up and gets into your body and just about kills you.
I want to get one with a grease fitting so I can do my own maintenance.
That's what I have on the side of my knees, jerk fittings.
Yeah, that's probably exactly the way to go, too.
Smith & Wesson knees, that's what I want.
That would be one cool movie there, Pacific Heights. I've never seen that movie.
Well, if you're ever thinking of, you don't have to watch it unless you're thinking of renting a house to somebody.
Yeah, but it came out in 1990, but I want to see it. It's got Michael Keaton in there, man. I want to see that. That's going to be cool.
And he plays a great part in that. He can be a very, very effective actor if you give him the right part.
Better than Beetlejuice?
Yeah, just as good.
Better than
Beetlejuice?
I remember seeing Beetlejuice when I lived up in Connecticut there, in Crystal Mall there, up in Connecticut there.
Hi, Randy.
Hello, Tom. Sounding good up here.
So, Tom, Dennis is selling off all his old radio equipment. You start selling yours yet?
I'm still looking at it.
Well, stand by a second. Now, did you talk to Dennis? Did you get the explanation as to why he dare move to Saratoga Springs, New York today?
Yes, I got the whole story.
Dennis, how funny was that? Now Dennis is gone.
Well, I'll tell you what, anybody that would drive out there to deliver a radio, I hope he got paid good money for it. When's your buddy going to ever, first of all, did he ever call back Charlie to get those parts for the antenna you need?
You sent me an email today.
What is that? When are you getting your parts?
I don't know.
Okay. And when's that guy going to come and put that station on the air?
What station?
You know, my old radio and amplifier and that antenna.
Ray, what did I just say?
You didn't say anything. You said Charlie called you today. That doesn't answer a question.
I said he sent me an email today. You said, when will the parts be in? I said, I don't know.
Were you talking about Charlie or the guy who bought the radio?
Isn't there a big warehouse full of these antennas somewhere?
No, he makes them one at a time.
Truckloads. You know, somewhere on a container ship right now, there's a whole container, and it's just crammed full of boxes of those new Yaesus.
Believe me, usually when they start a new radio like that, the first batch they get in 4 or 5 radios. You know, they're lucky if they get radios.
Well, we used to get those containers at Target. You know, they'd come on a flatbed, you know, and they'd back them in there. And boy, I'll tell you, when you open those things up and look in there, they don't waste a cubic inch of space.
Isn't Target out of business?
No, they're still going. In Canada, they tried in Canada for a year or a year and a half or something. That didn't work out, so they quit up there.
We got a Target down here in Virginia.
They're everywhere.
I thought they were having big financial trouble.
We have a Target here in Erie.
Yeah, I don't know. Not working there anymore. I couldn't say exactly for sure, but you know, they had their problems back when they wanted to make all the unisex bathrooms in the stores and that kind of stuff.
Well, any store that would do something that stupid deserves all the trouble they get.
That unisex stuff
Screw
is stupid.
Target.
Yeah, I think that's just crazy. If you want to do that, just make the men's room and the women's room for whomever, and you go in there by yourself, you lock the door. When you're done, somebody else can come in there. Simple as that.
That's what they do in a lot of restaurants now. I went into a restaurant the other day. They're real fancy one up there, and they have 2 bathrooms. But instead of having a man on one and a woman on the other, because I had to look 3 times at the doors, they have a man and a woman on one and a man and a woman on the other.
Well, that's for when you wear your dress, Ray.
Oh, is that it? Okay. Well, that's good to know.
How many homes have a big deal about having a bathroom?
In case you need a bath.
It's not a big deal, but it's just like when that scumbag Obama was in there. We couldn't have Christmas. You couldn't say Merry Christmas. You know, the whole thing's just total BS.
You can say whatever you want. I always say Merry Christmas. Nobody's ever said a bad word to me about it.
Well, I'll tell you what, when Obama was president, especially on his second term, there was no Merry Christmas. Nobody said anything. Once Trump got in, everybody started saying Merry Christmas again.
Yeah, it was a holiday tree.
Yeah, right.
The
Believe me,
Festivus poll.
I only hope and I only pray that Trump's going to get his revenge on all those no-good pieces of crap.
We're going to have the Festivus poll.
Yeah, the Festivus. That's right.
Especially the DOJ.
Yep, they should arrest 2 or 3 of the FBI guys. Eric Holder. Oh my God, there's also some. Hey, here's a good question for you, computer geniuses. Did the great Reverend Al Sharpton, has he ever paid back the $4 million in taxes he owed?
No.
No, not a point. No.
Then tell me why he's not in jail.
You know why?
Because he's a reverend.
Because of Eric Holder.
Right. Well, that's the whole point. So that's the first thing Trump should do, is either make him pay or put him in jail.
I think I told you guys once before there that Eric Holder and Anthony Weiner was gonna run for president, and that was going to be the Weiner Holder ticket.
Now, listen, how much? See, you don't need a job, Tom. You don't need a job. You use your brain on those stupid jokes.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, there's joke writers that get paid for that.
That's right, but those jokes are pretty lame, so I don't know. I don't think he could get much money for them.
Hey, I'll tell you what, I see today on the internet that, Cortez, she wants this green initiative, do away with the cars, the airplanes, and the farting cows. They showed a picture of the women of The View, and they label them as farting cows.
They what? Oh, farting cows, yeah.
Yeah, farting cows, my boy. That's so dumb.
Hey, I'm helping out. I eat cows.
I eat my big steak with my macaroni and cheese and stuff and hamburgers.
What about people that fart? They put out the same gas as the cow. So does she want to get rid of people too?
No, but that bozo Beto says there's 2 kinds of people that he has no use for, and that's old people, because there's no cure for it, and wounded veterans. He says when you break a tool, you throw it in the trash, and the same thing there with the people.
No, I can't believe he would say that.
Because on the internet, it's got to be true.
Oh, yeah, no. He's not even that stupid, but he is pretty stupid.
Too bad you don't have a computer, Ray. I'd send it to you.
Ray don't have a computer in there?
No, we all take turns helping Ray out because he doesn't have a computer.
He's like the blind guy with no walking stick.
I'll tell you, that group of Democrats running for president, that's the saddest group of people I have ever seen run for the presidency. At least when there were 17 Republicans running, they were all pretty sharp.
Well, there's 50% of the country that likes each and every one of them.
The second term.
You guys double. What did you say, Randy?
I said there's 50% of the country that likes each and every one of them.
Well, I'll tell you what, they got to be the dumbest SOBs on the planet, because half those people running for president, literally, I don't think their IQ is over 80 or 90. I mean, they are really, 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 really dumb.
Wait till the 16-year-olds get the right to vote.
Yeah, they'll never vote. They're 16-year-olds are, you know what they're chasing. They don't care about voting.
They don't even care about getting their ham ticket. What the hell they got to care about voting?
The Democrats are so desperate. They know Trump is going to win by a landslide, and they are so desperate they will do any last dirty, stinking, low-down, no-good trick, anything they can possibly think about that might help them. And the thing is, the amazing part about it, to the real people of the United States, they look like such fools.
That's why the Dems are going to get rid of the Electoral College. So Chicago, New York City, and L.A. Can put the next president in office.
They'll never get rid of it.
Don't be so sure. It seems like everybody's in love with that Cortez lady.
Yeah, well, I don't think she'll get reelected on the next pass. If she gets reelected on the next pass, this country's in big trouble.
I doubt she'll make it that long.
Yeah, I don't think so either. She is virtually, it's just hard to believe she's a college graduate. Matter of fact, I think it'd be hard to believe if she was a high school graduate.
KC3, KXB.
Fine Einstein, too. I'm surprised somebody voted for her, too.
KB2's ZVP at the top. WG2E.
And one
November 1 Whiskey, Charlie Whiskey.
And KT2E. Good evening, guys.
Bravo Mike.
How bad do you have to be to get fired from a corn dog stand?
Fine Einstein and Nancy Pelosi and Harry Reid.
Hey, Dennis.
Yes, sir.
Chelsea Clinton, too. She wants to run for president.
Oh, man. So, Dennis, you explained to Ray why you went to Saratoga Springs?
Yes, sir, I did.
Did you apologize for not asking him ahead of time?
Oh, I didn't realize I had to report to Ray.
Well, this morning it seemed like you did. He was pretty worked up, Dennis.
Oh, I apologize, then.
Gee, you weren't far from me, Dennis.
Oh, no? No, I don't know where everybody is, because, I'm regular, but I'm irregular, if you know.
Oh, yeah, that's like 45 minutes from here.
I'm kind of regular myself.
Okay, Tom.
I'm regular, too, myself.
Take some nice Metamucil. That'll just get you nice and lubed right up.
No, I'm all done with all of that. I got a 10-year thing, and I'm clear all around, just like racing, baby.
Fit for duty, are you?
Fit for duty.
Yeah, that's good news.
You guys are
Take yourself seriously, but you better take Ray seriously.
Hey, isn't the race tomorrow, Dennis, done in the paper clip?
Yes, sir. Martinsville, yeah. Robin is racing, baby.
So how do you like the new NASCAR versus the old NASCAR? I put that on Facebook. And do you like it the way it is now with the chase and all the different, what do they call it? I forget. See, that's the problem. It's the different 1, 2, 3, whatever they call that.
The stages.
The stages, thank you.
It's all right sometimes, but it kind of bothers me a little bit. It just seems like they're trying to manipulate it. Basically what it is, they put a liberal in there for a vice president.
I like the old NASCAR. You know, I don't know what was wrong. Why fix something that's not broke? All I know is the fans used to be, like Martinsville, you had to wait 10 years to get somebody to die before you could get a seat. And now you can walk in and just, like going to the freaking Fonda Fair, just get a ticket and walk in.
It's because it's crap.
And the amazing part is those idiots can't figure that out.
The amazing part is just nothing but sponsors wants the money and stuff there. They got rid of Campbell's smoking and alcohol, and they wanted to make it into a kid's family sport.
It's all about the children. Oh, the little children.
Well, I don't mind the cigarette thing. I don't wish any kid to smoke or anything like that. I've done that, been down that road, and I still do vaping, and I don't even care for that. I'm working on that. I'm a work in progress, but the alcohol, they're bringing alcohol in there. That's just not going to happen.
What kid can afford $7.50 a pack of cigarettes when you almost have to kickstart them to get them to do something?
Aren't they like 10 or 12 bucks a pack now?
Maybe up there. Down here, Marlboros and Winstons, they're $7.50, $8 a pack.
I remember when they were 25 cents.
I remember paying $3.20 for a carton of Winston.
I quit smoking in 1975, and they were 55 cents in the machine. That was the most expensive you could get.
Yeah, I quit in 73.
Well, I remember the Marlboro Man in the magazine and stuff there, but still, I never got anything like that there. And what that Bill France was talking about, he said, well, we want to do that because we want to get kids off and adults off the cigarettes and rip off alcohols and stuff there and make it family sports there. It's like, oh my God, this is really crazy. They do motors in. You can't do nothing to the motors, engine, spoilers, the back end of it, and especially the you can't modify anything else. Like Gina Johnson, Ron Bouchard, what is it, Tim Richmond? Well, Tim Richmond was a piece of junk.
Well, the only thing I can tell you on that aspect is there is Dale Jr., which is senior son. He said it very well. He says it's our job to cheat and it's their job to catch us. Now we got nothing more than an IROC race if you really want to get down to it. Everybody's a match name thing because you had these kids in there getting sponsorship. And then they turn, oh, I can't compete with these big teams, and they got so much money, and oh my God, I need a participation trophy. That's what happened. It's exactly what happened, if you want to know the truth.
Yeah, the T-Rex was the last car. The T-Rex that Ray Abraham built for Jeff Gordon was the one that really changed everything.
Do not bring that car back to the track. That was what he was specifically told not to do.
Yeah, and that car followed every single rule that NASCAR laid down, and he was forced never to bring that car back.
I remember that race. It was great. He wrecked out too on that.
He blew up. He blew up at the end, and it's a very specific reason why he blew that car up.
Hey, Nick's on the other channel, and he's got an Anon now.
He detonated it.
Yeah, well, that's right. They didn't. It was talked about afterward that car was never going to go through, and the motor was never going to go through any inspection.
Yeah, that was when the guys were allowed to play and really make some horsepower.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Bill Elliott. I mean, Talladega, 1986. He came from 2 laps down to pass Kel Yarborough that day and win the race. You ain't going to see that no more.
And they talked about where does the engine get built? What shop's building the engines? Well, that's my brother Ernie building it in the barn.
That's why I like Formula One.
No, I don't like any of it. I've gotten so tired of it. especially NASCAR. I used to love NASCAR. I would not miss a NASCAR race, but not anymore. Just they've ruled it to the point of they're just taking all the. You just got to be you have to be an engine assembler. Here's the rules: assemble this, and you can go race.
Run what you wrong.
I've never liked NASCAR.
Yeah, that we're going to give you a restrictor plate, so it won't go fast.
We call that toilet bowl racing.
AC2S at some point.
Yeah, they're getting more and more like Formula One, and they're getting crowds more and more like Formula Ones.
If you want to go to the circle, better be on dirt.
Oh, the outlaw sprint cars. Now you're talking.
Yeah. Sometimes when I go down to Florida to visit my mom, we go down to St. Petersburg, and you try to drive in there, and they got all the streets all closed off. They got fences all kind of where, and these cars are flying around about 200 miles an hour through the city streets.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I liked going over to Sebring when SCCA would have anywhere from Carmen Gias to Vipers and Corvettes and Ferraris on the track all at the same time.
Le Mans is still on my bucket list.
Yeah, I love Sebring and I love Lime Rock, Connecticut. I guess like Danica Patrick didn't race in NASCAR. She didn't win it. She didn't win the big trophy.
Yeah, they had to give her at least one because she's a girl.
I don't know, I saw that. She's quite a trophy.
It's all part of that women's, liberation and men and blah, blah, blah.
Hey, I'm all for burning the bra.
Whatever happened to her? She quit racing, right?
She quit racing because she couldn't hang around with the big guys.
No, she couldn't win, but she was still just getting out there. That takes a lot of balls.
Yeah, it surely does. I give the kudos credit there. KM4 Golf Bravo Mike, number 10.
Do we have any fading yet on the band?
Who's the weak one?
KC3 KXB.
Oh my God, I'll watch that show.
KB2ZVP. WG2E.
So is there any of you racing heroes out here that wants to take on Danica on the track?
Hell, if I tried to, she'd probably slam me a goddamn against the wall. I bet you Randy can, right, Randy?
So has anybody gone outside to look and see if there's any Aurora?
Well, let me go check, but I doubt very seriously it's this far south.
Yeah, look at the Aurora map. It doesn't look like it's coming down this far. Maureen was just out there, but she said it's bright that way, but Central Square is that way, so it's a little town.
Yeah, Uri Weather said that you'd only see a glow up there, that we're so far south.
I've seen it a few times from here.
I'll be back in a minute. N1 WCW.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to get anywhere near. I mean, maybe up in Canada, Maine, some of the northern states, maybe get something.
Where's Jeff when we need him?
Hey, whatever happened to Scott? We haven't heard Scott in a real long time. What's going on?
I text him once in a while. I'm a little concerned about him. I'm not. I don't know what's happening with him. He's been real busy with work. I know he's been flat out, he says, with work.
Probably trying to get every last little bit out of him before he leaves.
When is the next big sunspot supposed to be coming in?
The two little spots that we have are just about ready to rotate around the right side of the sun.
So they're going to be coming around to us next week?
I don't know. What's the rotation time of the sun?
About a week.
What's this big solar flare that we're supposed to be hit with? What's that going to do?
You'll get some fading on the band. You'll get some aurora. It's a G1. It's not a real big one.
And that happened. What was that date, Randy? Did you notice the date?
I'm excited about.
March 17th is when that fired off.
Hello, all the toads. K1 Delta Sierra Kilo. Greetings from Ashford, Connecticut.
Wow, I thought for a second we had really great bands. I thought we had an Indian station coming in.
Ashford, Connecticut.
Hello, Devin.
Connecticut.
It sounds like a DX station here.
Wow, you sound good.
I'm all rested. Came here on 20th evening. 2 days I was in a trance with jet lag. But now I feel good and good to be back here enjoying the snow today, which came in about 3 inches. Melted, all gone. And now back on the radio.
What rig are you on? Are you on the way you left it?
I'm on the Anand radio, RE320 and RF2K Plus. And
Everything's still standing outside?
yeah, so far the hex beam is okay, the loop is okay. Only thing I'm concerned is I have to check tomorrow. I have a jackknife switch for the loop to ground it when I'm not here. I'm just wondering if in 2 months outside it might have corroded a little bit. I'm going to check that and clean that.
Well, you sound good, and glad to hear you're back and had a good time. This is Carl, Whiskey Golf 2 Echo.
Hello, Carl. Good to hear all the guys here. And the trip was good. It was a good trip. Not all fun, but a lot of work. Taking care of Mom about 24/7. There were a couple times when we all felt that she will not survive this time. But with God's grace, she recovered and doing fine now.
Oh, that's good to hear.
It was sure nice to hear from you when you called that night, and the email I got from you and stuff like that. That was cool. It was good to hear from you. I'm happy you're home safely. That's the biggest thing.
Well, I'm happy too. It's good to be back. I needed that. 2 months were very intense. And the day I received your first email, that was the lowest day. I was so down because I hadn't slept for almost 2 days, and Mom was really sick. I was up at night helping her, cleaning her. And when I got your email, put a smile on my face, and start thinking about all the guys here, radio, and gave me some positive oomph. And after that, everything got better. So thank you for the email.
To hear you say that, Devin, I'm happy that the email was a positive thing that day for you.
Well, it was the right time, because a few days were very intense. My sister and I were just, almost had given up, and we were telling each other, "Oh, my mom not gonna survive more than a week." And then we had to take her to the hospital, ICU. She was there for 2 days. Then a few more days in the hospital, came back and started making progress regularly. And by the time I left, she was walking with a walker and started doing a little bit chores around the house. So very good news. So thank you for the moral support and right timing. And I am so glad I'm back here. And I'll be back on the radio and talk to my buddies whenever I get time. All right, back to net.
So we were just talking about NASCAR, Devin. How much input do you have on NASCAR?
What is NASCAR?
That's the auto racing, the auto racing stock cars.
That's like Arabic to me. That's not in my domain.
Yeah, I kind of figured. Understand. Anyway, it's something that a lot of us have watched over the years, and as things like this over the years has gotten more and more politically correct and less interesting.
Well, the best part of being away from here was I did not watch TV at all. I don't watch TV there because the TV there is equally bad, cable TV. And I tell you, stay away from TV for a month, you'll be a much happier person. Both CNN and Fox, they just drive me crazy. I think they don't give you news, they give you opinions and they polarize people. So I listen to radio once in a while, mostly net, stay away from the news, I'm happy.
Yeah, I know. Here, we don't watch the news. We don't watch any TV. We turn it on in the morning. I watch the weather before work and watch a little bit of the local news, and then I go off to work. And if we watch anything, we watch a show or something. But no news media, no Fox, no CNN, no MSNBC, none of that stuff. We just don't watch TV, and I much prefer it that way. As a matter of fact, if the TV got stolen tonight, I probably wouldn't notice it in the morning. KB2's ZVP on the 20.
Randy, any progress on your vertical? Because I got all the parts for folded counterpoise, inverted L or vertical, but ground is frozen. So probably in April or early May, I'm going to put up a folded counterpoise vertical for 160 meters.
There's a good article in QST this month of, I forget, Ray will tell you who it was. I don't have the QST article in front of me, but it's a 3/8, supposedly the 3/8 vertical is the way to go. I won't do that. I can't put up a 190-foot tower here. But my quarter wave, I'm hoping to put that up this year. I'm looking forward to that. So, that'll be it's a big project that'll take a lot of my time, and hopefully I'll have time. But no progress other than I thought more and more about it.
I was watching a lot of videos. I will send you in a video about a talk about a guy. It's a 1-hour video about antennas. What he does is he uses 3 gigahertz, so the antennas are very small, and then he designs all shapes, dipoles, loops, verticals, quarter wave, 5/16, 3/8, and Yagis. And very interesting about the radiation pattern all around the antenna, up and down, which has lower angle. It's worth watching. So you can send it to the group if you like. Let me find that and I'll send it to you.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I'd like to see that. We'll put it on the Toad Harbor Facebook page.
Yeah, so there was plenty of time to, check the web and do some research and study something. But other than that, no news, no TV, just 100% time with Mom. Oh boy, I'm so glad I'm here.
Your mom's with your sister now, right?
She's with my sister. She's going to be there for a while, and then she'll move to one of my brothers who is near Mumbai. It's about, let's say, 1,500 miles. And she was living by herself as long as she could walk and do chores. But now she has to live with somebody. I might go back again in early winter next year. So we'll see.
And how's Catherine?
Oh, she is doing. She had an opera in February, which went really, really well. She was so thrilled. That was her first opera. She had never been in opera. She'd been singing in choirs, classical, but her first opera, her mom's last opera at Yale. And after that, she took a week off, went to Florida, stayed with a friend, and she's having fun. So she was supposed to come to India for about 3 weeks, but we had to cancel our trip because of my mom's situation. But she's doing fine. I talked to her. She said, when you talk to the guys, say hello, and hopefully we'll see you this summer.
Yeah, well, June the 15th is our next get-together, our next scheduled get-together. We have, once in a while, some of us will get together, but that'll be good to see her, of course. So her first opera was a big success, and that was all in Russian. She had to learn Russian in order to sing this opera.
That's correct. I mean, oh my gosh, when I was here, they had started rehearsals, and she was in a panic. I mean, she had sung in French, Italian, German, Chinese, Polish, but she had never sung in Russian. And there was a lot of singing. So that was really, I'm so proud of her that she did this after retirement. I was not so sure she'll make it, but oh boy, she did really well. I'm so proud of her.
SFM? Who's the KC2? Go ahead.
Alpha Charlie 2, Sierra X-ray. Gary over here in Palermo, Randy.
Oh, hi, Gary. You're light here, so go ahead. What's your call again?
Alpha Charlie 2, Sierra X-ray.
Okay, Gary, very good. Are you guys hearing Gary? Anybody else hearing Gary?
I have a copy on him, K1DSK.
Yeah, we're close together, so maybe he's shooting over top of me. Alpha Charlie 2 Sierra X-ray. Okay, Gary. Very good. Nice to hear you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I just wanted to jump in there and let you know that I did give him your phone number Thursday morning, so I don't know if you got contacted or not.
I didn't, and I was thinking about him. I was going to let everybody know that we may be there may be another choice to purchase sand, but I didn't because I wasn't sure if they'd contact me. But I have not received a phone call.
Okay, I'll get down and look there. And another thing, the Maple House is breakfast is this weekend and next weekend only.
Oh, really? This weekend and next week at the Maple House, right?
Yeah, Roger, and they don't have anything listed after that.
So anybody want to go to the Maple House on Sunday for breakfast?
Where's this?
Gary, what's it, Maureen? It's in Fulton, right?
Yes, on County Route 4 and Red Schoolhouse Road.
County Route 4. Are you hearing Gary, Randy?
W2KRY. Yeah, I'm hearing him just fine. Gary, this is the other Randy. What's going on there with the? I'm in. You said Maple. That's the buzzword.
Yeah, they have a pancake breakfast over here on for a couple weekends here at the sugar shack at the end of the road.
I'm not familiar familiar with the end of the road. Where are you at?
Okay, I'm at the Red Schoolhouse and County Route 4. It's between Central Square and Oswego.
Is that a fire department or what?
No. Sugar Shack. They got a little dining hall in there. They put on a breakfast.
Randy, do you know where it's at?
Yeah, we've been by it. Maureen knows, because she keeps track of all that stuff. But yeah, it's a dedicated place called the Sugar Shack. They produce their own maple syrup, and they a couple weekends a year they put on a big breakfast.
I'm down for that tomorrow. Do you want to go?
I think we might. Maureen? Yeah, I heard a yep, so I guess yep.
Is that Red Schoolhouse Maple?
Yeah, it's on Red Schoolhouse Road.
I see Sugar Shack Jack's. Is that it?
Is it on County Route 4?
It's on 4.
Right, it's on Route 4, right?
Yeah, it's on the corner of 4 and Red Schoolhouse Road. I don't know how he's got it listed.
Oh, no, the one I'm looking at is on 22.
No, you're up in Orwell.
I'm up in what?
That's in Orwell.
It's just before you hit 104.
It says it's at the corner of Route 4 and Red Schoolhouse Road.
That's the one right there.
That's 2 hours and 19 minutes from here.
So you coming up?
Tomorrow? Nah, I don't think so.
Some guys are just afraid to drive, Randy.
Well, I wasn't going to get into that.
I got another drive coming.
Carl, I hate to even go. Do you want me to come down and get you?
Oh, that's okay.
Oh, Red Schoolhouse Maple.
KC3 KXB.
You falling asleep, Tom?
How can you tell?
You sound a little bit peaked, buddy.
A little raspy.
What time are you going to be there?
A camera hidden in here somewhere.
Wave to the camera.
That's how it is when you get old.
You're telling me.
What time are you having your breakfast?
Well, I don't know. If we're going to do this, we'll probably have to figure out a time. I would say if you're going to come up, we could make it 9:30, 10 o'clock. But if you're not going to come up, maybe we'll make it 9 or 8:30 or something.
Yeah, the stuff I was going to do today, I blew off to do tomorrow because I had a friend of mine from Target came up.
Okay, and if anybody's wondering, Scott, KD1Q just sent me a text that he's been real sick. He's got a really bad cold.
I haven't heard him, and I haven't heard, who's our buddy from Maryland?
Chris?
Yeah. He's usually pillar here.
Yeah, I haven't talked to Chris in a while. I mean, I guess a couple of days. I've talked to him on 60 meters on the way home from work. So probably last Thursday, maybe the last day I've talked to him. But Scott's a little bit screwed up since he had that surgery. You know, I worry about him on that. I think there's more to that.
Wasn't it shoulder or something?
Yeah, but it was a major shoulder. You know, tendons had to be reattached, the whole thing. So, and he's back to work, and he's real busy with all that. But you know, I worry about the guy because, you know, he was doing good once he first got out of the surgery, but now he's not been around at all.
Well, you'll get busy.
AC1ACP. Good evening, Toad Haba.
How you doing?
Not too bad. Been busy. Got a little depressed there a little bit earlier, but, we stayed off the radio for a bit.
Well, that's the thing to do. If you're depressed, we don't want to hear you whining on here, right?
Exactly. I figured that. That's why I stayed away.
Well, I just ran outside and I couldn't see any northern lights, but let me tell you, it's clear outside. I could see constellations I haven't seen in a while.
Yeah, that's what Maureen said. She goes, man, it's really clear. The sky is very, very clear. I gotta go look.
Put your galoshes on. I want you to catch your death.
This would be probably pretty busy tomorrow, so we're going to probably have to wait in line for a little while.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Do they know who we are?
Well, they will tomorrow.
What time is it open?
March 18, 19, 25, and 26. What? This has got to be the wrong year. What is this? Yeah, this must be last year's. Okay, so I'm looking that up. You can go to the website redschoolhouse.com. They've got information there.
Bam, bam, bam. I'm there.
AM?
0800.
Roger, 10-4.
So we're going to be there at 0730. Where's MUR at?
He's in Florida.
That son of a biscuit. Oh, that's right. He sent me a goofy... He's on a bicycle with some freaking bird in his basket.
Yeah, that's right. That was a text I sent. Well, actually, Maureen sent it because we were on the road, and he sent that back. Yeah, he's he's a special.
I showed Carol, and she laughed herself off the couch.
He's going out to Israel in a couple weeks. He signed everything over to me just in case something bad happened.
Really?
Where'd everybody go?
Oh, I'm here, just typing some emails, doing some work.
So, Mike is heading out to Israel next week, is it, I think? Next week, I think. So he's flying out there. How do you feel about that?
MUR?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, what's he going for? Is he just for vacation or work?
No, not for work, just to go out. Just to, I think, to get a little spirituality.
Oh, good for him. Yeah, I think it's good. People should visit different places if they can they have interest, and it's good for the soul. Yeah, I like it.
We're thinking Ray might go next year.
Just tell him that he has to take an aeroplane.
Does Ray fly?
I don't think very often.
Sure.
Not unless it was with a UFO.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and he's going to wear his burqa.
And he was being probed.
Tell him the Earth is flat, so he won't have much problem. Go straight there.
That's right. So, okay. So 23, 24, 30, and 31 in 2019, 8 to 12.
What's that?
That's the pancake breakfast at the Red Schoolhouse Pure Maple Goodness. They have 2 weekends a year. They do a big pancake breakfast.
Oh wow! I love good maple syrup. A little too far for me, but I love to go there.
Yeah, I know Mitch is Maureen's son Mitchell. He's probably home by now. I would think. Yeah, they're boiling heavy. You know, they're doing a lot of maple syrup right now.
Oh, that's right. This is peak time, right? They're collecting all the sap and making that. So they finish by what? April? When is the last week when they collect sap?
End of April, Maureen says. What has he got, 85,000 trees now? I think he's got, 85,000 taps he's got out.
Wow, that's a lot. I don't think I can finish 85,000 trees worth of maple during my lifetime.
Maple syrup operation in the state of New York. It's a very big operation. But yeah, he's real busy this time of year.
Don't worry, Devin. When you boil all of it down, you get about a gallon out of that.
That's right.
What is this, like 100, or no, how many gallons to 1 gallon of syrup?
Around 40, depending upon the sugar content of the maple sap you have.
40 to 1. Well, still, it's a lot.
8,000. Yeah, he did 8,000 or 9,000 gallons last year. They produced and sold.
They got to be loving this year because it's been hot and cold and hot and cold and hot and cold.
I love talking to him about it because we talk about all the idiosyncrasies. Is that idiosyncrasies of all the work that has to go into it, and all the they have a lot of leaks and squirrels bite into the tubing and all that stuff, and it's pretty cool to listen to how they go around fixing things and listening for whistles and all that in the woods.
Whistles?
Yeah, when there's a vacuum leak, it whistles.
Okay. I thought you meant squirrels were whistling.
Whistling there. He just keeping the trees growing.
Nothing to be seen in the sky. It is nice and clear, though.
Hey, you guys have a good night out there. This is KF4 JPM Nelson. I'm going to go to bed. Good night, everyone.
Good night now.
All right, good night, K1 DSK.
K1 DSK, have a good night.
Randy, the maple syrup, not only I use on the pancakes, I use in milk, tea, my oatmeal, and anything I can find. I just use, instead of sugar, I use the maple syrup. And boy, it makes the tea taste so good, much better than the honey.
I got to agree with you, Devin.
It's something about the taste that is so refreshing. That's the fun of living in New England.
Probably something you can't find in India, right?
Oh, no. Very few maples only in the mountain area, but maple syrup is not very common there. Even Europe is not very common because each time we go to Germany, visit our friends, We always take maple syrup from here. They just love it.
No kid. We've got a couple bags of coffee, really rich roast coffee with maple infused beans. It's that's really good.
Wow. I don't know what that'll taste like because coffee has strong flavor. Maple syrup has its own, which is very subtle. Have you tried that? And how do
Yeah, it's whole bean coffee with like a resin, maple resin on the beans, and it's a little bit sticky, but you grind them up, and it's not overpowering at all. It's just a touch of cream or milk, and it's fantastic.
So if you have regular coffee, good rich coffee, and put maple syrup in it, would that taste different than the infused beans?
I imagine it would taste a little bit different, but probably I don't know, because in one you're actually brewing the coffee with the maple syrup on it, and the other one you're just adding maple syrup after it's already brewed. So it's probably subtle difference, but I'm sure there's a difference.
Well, I have never tried in coffee. I had it in tea, so maybe next time I'll make some coffee and add some and see how it tastes.
Nice picture. That's a lot of syrup. Yeah, that's Mitchell and little Olivia, our granddaughter. And that's the drums in the background there from one night of, what's that, 8 or 9 drums of it there. That's one day of boiling off.
And how big are the barrels? What's the capacity?
They look like about 30 gallons, 35-gallon barrels.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Does he have many people working with him?
How many, do you know? I don't know. This time of the year they have more. But he's kept a couple of guys year-round maintaining, right, he said? So they have, 8 or 9 guys when they need them, when it's busy.
Once you tap all the trees, I guess it's automatic collection, or you have to do a lot of maintenance on that?
There's a lot of maintenance on it. They're always getting leaks in the taps and the lines, and yeah, it's a year's worth of work, you got to maintain them, keep the brush down, and fix the lines, fix the taps, and then of course you got to go collect. They got big tanker trucks that go and collect all this, because they've covered an area of hundreds of miles. They've got to run this truck around, collecting all this liquid.
Oh boy, and it's also a lot depends on the weather, I guess. It's bad weather, probably it's difficult to collect, or harder to collect. And the good weather, yeah. And does let's say, the output, how much liquid they collect, this sap they collect, depends from year to year, depending on the weather?
Yeah, exactly. Depending on how good the equipment works, so on and so forth. So if you figure he did like 80-some thousand, or 8,000 or 10,000 gallons, so let's just say 8,000 times 40, they collect 320,000 gallons of sap to make 8,000 gallons.
It'll be interesting. If I get a chance sometime, I'd like to see how they do all this. I've seen small operations, but not big operations like this. Well, good. I think I'm going to order some from him then this spring.
Oh, we can get it for you. We can send some over. Actually, we could bring some to the Toad Harbor get-together.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, sure. I'll appreciate that.
All right, I'm shut the thing off for tonight. I'm pooped out. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Randy, you want to go in the morning?
Absolutely. Give me a text or shout or whatever. I'll meet you there. Like I said, 7:38, 9, whatever you want.
Yeah, it's 8 to 12 tomorrow, honey. So if we wake up and it's not too late, well, I don't know. I'm trying to stay in bed a little bit because I've got a couple days off. I had yesterday off, which I didn't take off, but I do have tomorrow off, and I had today off, and I'm just trying to get caught up a little bit on some sleep and things like this. So we'll see. Tomorrow when I wake up, if we're bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, I'll send you out a text as early as I can.
Okay, so we'll see you 11:30.
I'm not usually late.
I'm just kidding. Whenever. It doesn't matter.
Have a nice breakfast, guys. We'll see you later. WG2E. I really think Carl should come out.
I think it sounds in his voice like he really, really wants to be here.
Well, I kind of do, but I got some stuff coming up I got to take care of.
You know, Randy, wasn't it Carl that missed the last get-together?
You know, Carl, I keep telling you, I got something I got a little present for you. If you come up here, make it worth your while.
Well, wasn't the last one canceled? The one in Ozzy's?
What?
We went.
What?
We went to Flo's 2 weekends ago. Wasn't it 2 weekends or 3 weekends ago?
Yeah, Carl didn't make that one either.
The weather. Randy, it was the weather. It's not like he's got a 4-wheel drive. Wait, he's got a Subaru. It's not like he, I don't know what to say.
I just didn't want to make the drive in a chore. I'd rather drive on a nice day.
Randy, he's a fair weather driver.
Well, I can't say anything bad about that.
I mean, tomorrow's going to be clear and sunny and 55 degrees. I'm not sure how much nicer it has to get than that.
Okay, well, you know what I got coming up.
Now we want to know.
I'm not trying to make you feel bad, Carl, not at all.
Sure you are.
I'm not trying to pressure you. I don't want you to feel pressured at all.
What do you got?
Yeah, sure you are. Okay, maybe I am a little. Yeah. Fourth place on the left on which road? Red Schoolhouse Road. Okay. You'll have an antenna outside or something? Well, are you going to go to breakfast, Gary? Well, you heard Randy pressuring me to get up early in the morning, which is not typically a problem for me, but I'm married to a wife that's part mattress, so she likes to sleep in on the weekends.
Yeah, well, my wife's just getting over surgery, so I can't speak for going tomorrow, but I'm close enough I can take her side-by-side down there.
Well, you've got my phone number. So if you're up and you're thinking about you want to get together or something, give me a call. And we'll let you know what our plans are.
Okay, I can do that. But if we don't connect, I'm going to be around all day anyway. But, just hang a left on the Red Schoolhouse Road that's in the parking lot there, and it's the fourth place on the left. You can't miss it. Lindsay aggregate sign will be right across from the driveway.
Yeah, it'd be worth a while just to take a trip up there to see the quarry, the pit. So, yeah, maybe, I guess that's more of a reason to go.
Yeah, Rob, we'll just open up my side of the road there and get it to sand and not that process and get the sand done this week. Take it around for you and put together.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea, actually. I was actually looking forward to hearing from those guys. We buy a lot of concrete sand and a lot of mason sand, a lot. It's not like it's a truckload a year or something. We buy many truckloads a year.
Yeah, I know they've been busy. Warren's been busy setting up Washington, so wife slipped his mind there, but I'll keep after him, or in case he's around, I can give him a call. Maybe he only lives down the road. Maybe you can come down and talk with him.
Yeah, that would be good. That'd be real good. Okay, very good. Gary, good night. Thank you for coming in, and Carl, Randy, and Tom, if you're still hanging in there, and Devin, always a pleasure. And you guys all, I'm not going to try to go through everybody because I'm not smart enough to be able to. You guys all have a good evening, and we'll see you tomorrow, Randy, and anybody else that wants to go to the Red Schoolhouse for pure maple goodness. We'll see you on tomorrow. KB2ZVP.
Easy now, and it's always a pleasure. 73's KC3 KXB.
Gary,
good night, everybody. WG2E.
Good night, Randy. K1DSK.
Okay, going to Elmira. Okay.
Yeah, we'll be there till probably close to 10:30 tomorrow night.
We'll have a good time in Elmira. Good night, Devin. I heard you. 73, everybody. KB2ZVP clear.
73, Randy. I'm going to QRT 4593.
Where'd Ray go?
He long gone.
N2EWM. And Devin's back, huh?
Hey, good evening. Yes, came back a couple of days ago. Had some jet lag for the last 2 days, but now I am back, and I'm glad I'm here.
Well, welcome back, Devin. Do you know what time it is?
Time here or India? I guess sometime when I feel sleepy in the afternoon, I'm on India time, but right now I'm wide awake. I'm not sleepy. I might be up till 2 o'clock. So the time is, let's say, confused time.
Sure, I hear you. Yeah, that's probably, I'm sure it's tough. I've never endeavored jet lag there because I'm one that cannot stand a plane for more than 4 hours, so I'll never have to endeavor that. But welcome back to the stateside, Jerry. Good to hear you back in there. Boy, you've been gone a long time, mister. So welcome back there, and hope we get over the jet lag there. And it is 9:56 Eastern Central Time.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's good. It's a good feeling. Good to be back home. Good to be on the radio. I've been traveling, for most of my life. So I know how to deal with jet lag. Generally, it lasts for 1 or 2 days, and then back to normal schedule. So I got to sleep all night yesterday. First night I kept awake. But tonight I'm sure I'll be sleeping, and tomorrow I'll be fine.
Well, that's good. Did you miss your ham radio while you were gone?
Well, let me say, sort of. Yes and no, because when I went there, I went to attend a wedding. My sister's son was getting married. So my children were there, and my wife was supposed to come. But while I was there, my mom, who's 87 years old, got very sick. She had to be rushed to emergency, and she was living by herself because she refuses to move from her home. As long as she could move, walk around, she was okay. So I had to take care of her, and then she got really sick again. And we are not sure if she can survive. We had to take her to emergency again. She got water in lungs and had breathing problems. And after that, slowly she recovered, nursing her. So I didn't have much time to think about radio and other things, though I did read some articles on internet and watch some videos. Yes, I'm glad I'm back, and I love the radio. I wish I had some more time there to think about and get a license there so I could use maybe next time. Back to you.
Okay, Devin. Okay, good. Sounds good there. And I hope your mom's feeling better as well there. But, yeah, sounds like you were pretty busy over there. But, yeah, you were over there for quite some time there. We were going to get a pool going to see if you were going to come back to the States or not there, if you were just going to just stay there and camp out. But, yeah, so it's been a while there. Well, I don't know. I lost track. I'm not sure exactly how long you've been gone. It seems like you've been over there for about a year now. So, but it's been quite a while there. Are you coming to the next Toad Harbor event in June? Over.
Oh, yes, I'll be there. And I think it's the same place where we had the picnic. We'll be there. I was gone for about 2 months. I left on January 15th and came back March 20th. I was supposed to come earlier. I had to extend my trip to stay with my mom. Now she's doing much better. She's with my sister, so no worries. She's fine. Yeah, I think it's hard to stay away from the radio. Yes, I did miss the radio, but I was busy with other things, so it was okay. Yeah, I'll be there. I'll see you guys there. How you been in the meantime?
Yeah, pretty busy. Keeping busy, Devin. Just trying to get through winter here. Well, it hasn't been too bad there, but it'd be better if it just didn't come at all every year. But I know that's a lot. That's wishful thinking there. But we're just trying to get out of the doldrums and get things going here and keep things going on the house here. And I want to play antenna season. It's just too chilly to do that out there. So weather pending there. It's coming, but other than that, not too much else going on there. We're just keeping our fingers crossed for spring there. Seen a lot of robins out there, and so far, so it's. I think we're definitely on the downhill side of that. We got this couple inches of snow. I don't know, 2 to 3 inches in the past couple of days, but I think after tomorrow it's supposed to be pretty decent. And I think after tomorrow it's going to be all gone by the time we get back home tomorrow night. So that'll be a good thing, and hopefully that'll be the last time we have to look at it until about December 29th this year. So that'd be pretty cool. But that's been about it there. We just finally got the new ham shack put together down here in the hut here, so just trying to put this all together, and just a lot going on here with just building this, getting this together. So it's coming out pretty good. It's looking cool. I'll post some pictures on I'll send them up to Randy, and he can put them on the Toad Harbor Facebook page there, so we can check them out there. So coming along, Devin. N2 Echo Whiskey Mike at the top of the hour.
Well, that was the best part of the trip, especially in February and March. Daytime temperature was mid-70s, and nighttime was about 50, 55. So on that front, I didn't miss the snow and cold weather here, so it was really pleasant. And I hope the spring is here and it gets warmer. I can do without the snow. The ham shack, is that a separate room you built, or part of the house, or separate?
It is part of the planning. When I built this house, there was one room that was designated just to be the ham shack room there, and it's right in it's on the northeast quadrant corner of the hut there, and it's not a big room. It's I think it's 13 by 7, and it's pretty crowded in here, but hey, we got a couple chairs in here and a couple desks, and that's all we need. We got room to roll around there and enjoy it, and like it's seating room only, but it's it's coming apart, coming together nice there. It's just about done, so it's it was all in the planning there, and but a lot of work to do in the springtime there to try to get some of the feed lines in here and et cetera, and all the rotor controls and et cetera. So all in time there, but it's definitely we're probably at 90%, 95 maybe. So it's looking good there and coming together pretty decent there. So it's cool, and it's cozy.
Oh, it sounds very good, because when I got my license about 3 years ago, we had the same question about the ham shack, At one time, we were thinking of building a separate building, garage and a room there, or get it separate. But my idea was that winter time, if it's part of the house, you just go from the kitchen to the shack, get a cup of coffee, get breakfast. It'd be easier. If it's outside, probably it'd be difficult. I'll be very lazy about going to the shack or coming back. So I took one of the small bedrooms, which is next to the kitchen and next to our bedroom, changed into shack, built all the desks. It's not very big either, but it's great to be close to everything. And I love this one. I'm sure you're going to have a lot of fun with the new shack. Back to you.
Yeah, it's nice having it right here on the main floor there, right next to the bathroom and the kitchen. And it's not, just a step away to get here. And it's if it was outside, like you say, then you got to worry about another room to heat, and going back and forth, in the cold temperatures. But it's it does make it nice when it's right here inside with you there. And I got it. I built it so it is kind of sound deadening there. So big door there, so I can close. When I close the door, and you wouldn't even be able to hear me or the radios. If somebody was in the other room trying to watch TV or whatnot. So it's kind of accommodating like that there. So it was a lot in thought. So it was a big part of the planning. And all the detail with trying to keep it sound deadening if need be. So it's pretty cool. And it's really crowded in here, and it's snug, but it's small. But what radio room wasn't there? The radio rooms back on the ships and stuff. They were just like a little closet. So that's kind of what we're here. But like I say, but we got enough room here to roll around and come and go. But it's nice and cozy.
Oh, yeah. Well, I tell you, doesn't matter how big the room is, pretty soon you fill it up and it gets crowded. I mean, I think I have a good-sized room, but there's no place to move here. So much equipment, so many wires, cables, the little shop on one desk, soldering and all the equipment, the instruments. But that's part of the hobby, keep everything crowded. Feels cozy. Hey, if it's a neat and clean place, that means you're not doing your job. I worked most of my life in a lab, and people used to complain the lab is messy. I said, if it's a clean lab, that just shows that you're not doing the work. Working people don't have time to clean it up. So, same thing with the ham shack. But enjoy. I don't want to tie up the net. Gary, very, very nice to talk to you. I'll be still hanging around. I don't know if anybody else wants to join in. K1DSK. Oh my gosh. We were just talking about you, that people have not heard from you. Of course, I haven't talked to you because I was away for a couple of months in India. But Chris, how you been? Well, I'm glad. Gary's here, and to Echo Whiskey Mike, and we were just chatting about my trip and his new shack he's building. He's built the house, but he's getting the new shack ready. What's the progress on your radios and antennas, Chris? I haven't spoken to you for more than 2 months. good. Yeah, that's a good radio. You're about 10 to 15 over S9 here in Connecticut. Gary, do you copy Chris?
I do copy Chris, and good evening, Chris. N2 Echo Whiskey Mike.
N2 Echo Whiskey Mike?
Echo Whiskey Mike, correct.
Okay, that's right. And how are you doing today?
We're hanging in there, Chris. We're hanging in there. Just starting to dwindle down there. We got to get up early in the morning and head for Elmira there. So we got a little road trip and a long day ahead of us tomorrow for our Sunday afternoon. But yeah, so we're just dwindling down, just listening out and having our last Saturday evening cocktail as we speak, and just listening out there and soaking it all in there. Chris, what was your call? I think I totally got it wrong there. So, N2 Echo Whiskey Mike, if you give that back to me there, Chris.
The call is Kilo Alpha 3 Sierra Victor Kilo. And Devin, I forgot to mention I have been doing some stuff. Just to throw it out there, you asked, but I totally forgot. I've been making some special relay packs and interfacing when I transmit on the 7300 with the amplifier, that it disconnects to the cable with other radios and grounds them out so that the RF doesn't get driven down the front end of the radios, and since the antennas are sort of close, and blow out the front end of the radios, because that's a big possibility. So I made up some really nice relay boxes and tested them out, and it works great. And so I've been sort of doing some RF protection to the other radios. So when I would transmit on one radio, the receivers on the other radios get disconnected temporarily while I'm transmitting, and then they go back to normal there. Go ahead.
Are these boxes
so is it like a TR switch or a relay? And is it after amplifier? Does it take high power?
These relays do not. They were made to go between a radio and a tuners, and they are I have foot switches, so I have the Heil foot switch, so when you push on it, it keys up the amplifier prior to keying up the radio, and I interfaced it with the TR on the amplifier. So I have like a Y on it with some diodes in it to protect it. So I have two different power sources, and when I push my foot switch, it enables two things to be keyed up at the same time, except one keys up the amplifier, the other keys up relay packs. So go ahead.
Oh, I see. Oh, that sounds good. That's good. Generally what I do is if the antennas have the same frequency or they can resonate, I disconnect one of them manually. The end-fed, I was experimenting with 160-meter end-fed. If I use the loop, I have to disconnect one of the antennas. Otherwise, I bring it locally with 1,000 watts. So I do that manually. But that's for high power. Oh, that's good. Good progress. Okay, maybe someday I'll talk to you more in detail what you have done. All right, back to you. Let's see. Anybody else wants to try to get in? K1DSK with the KA3SVK and N2 Echo Whiskey Mike.
Chris, that's pretty interesting, that relay that you've developed there. That's a good idea there, that keep the front end clean on the other radios.
Yeah, well, it's so easy to forget to disconnect your antenna or take the switch. I have some manual switches I used to use, and you forget to turn them off or turn them to the dummy load, and all of a sudden, I just driven it right down the front end of the radio, and I did a test, and when the amplifier's on one particular antenna, I took my watt meter and hooked it right to the antenna that was adjacent to it. And when the amplifier's on, I saw 10 watts go back down through my meter to a dummy load. No radio was attached to it, but 10 watts came back down on that radio. It didn't cause any SWR issues with the other radio or change the resonance on it or anything like that. It still worked fine.
But when I saw 10 watts, I said, okay, having this amplifier and 2 radios ain't going to fly. So when I bought the 7300, that's when I started thinking about it. And like I said, I used the foot switch, and I have the foot switch going to a Y. And the Y are a diode protected relay pack uses 12 volts, but then the amplifier has its own 12 volts. So I used 2 diodes that will not let the ground go back into the other source. And I tested it out. It works great. Doesn't change the SWRs. I'm really happy with it. And I don't seem to be losing any wattage to it. It's a really nice homemade metal boxes on my own. I have all kinds of metalworking stuff in the garage. And I weld all kinds of stuff. And I made up these really nice boxes. Put some real nice SN239 bulkhead connectors on it. And made a really nice tight box. No caps in it whatsoever. Just really RF tight. And they worked out great. I made 3. Actually, I made 3 of them for different things at Shack here. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, we usually I hold field day here at my QTH. Used to do it every year. I've missed the past couple of years just due to building the house here, but going to have it again this year. But last time we had field day here, we did actually take out the front end of one of the radios there because we were running 5 stations there, pretty much side by side, at the tables here. But we did take out the front end of one of the. It was a K3, and that's food for thought there. I wonder if something like that we might be able to do something like that. But it's something to think about. Because you got all these guys, running, all the different radios and all the different bands there, and a couple of us were running power and some weren't. But but I know that I'm sure that happens on a daily basis, as far as when it comes to field day operation. But because I usually run 4 or 5 stations side by side right here in the shack there. So it's something to think about. Mention that's the first thing I thought of, Chris. So, so I'll have to run that by some of the guys here and see what their thoughts are on that. K3SVK, N2 Echo Whiskey Mike with that K1DSK.
Real good, Gary. Yeah, well, I did a few relay boxes. I think I made a total of 5. I made 2 for this recent project. It turned out really nice. Pop riveted all the bulkheads in. They're not screwed. They're pop riveted nicely in there, real tight. And one of them, I have, for this radio, I have a switch box, and I have my inverted L, and I have, inverted L and my 160 antenna. And sometimes I use my inverted L to listen on, and then when I transmit it's on the 160 dipole, and it got very annoying because the radios I have do not have the ability for 2 antennas. So I built a really nice box with a switch on it, and I can make it so I can transmit on my inverted L, or just listen on it and transmit on the 160, and it's all done automatically. I don't have to push those switches and click stuff anymore. I just leave it. I set the switch, in what desired way I want to do it, and it works great. And SWR issues are not any problems, or there's no hot switching going on because it's all done before the radio actually transmits through the foot switches and stuff. So it worked out real good for me. And then I have some other ones that I made, that switch boxes that when you turn off the power to the radio, it automatically disconnects the antenna outside, and it takes the ground of the shield that goes to the radio. Since the radio is already grounded, it grounds to the shield, and it disconnects the ground of the radio, the ground and the center conductor from outside, and it grounds to the shield of the antenna going to the radio, so that when it's turned off, RF can come down that antenna, nor can any sparks, atmospheric buildup sparks come down by coax. It pretty much nulls it out and doesn't go anywhere. And it doesn't hurt the front end of the radio.
Very cool, very cool. Yeah, that's pretty good, Chris. No, that's a good idea. And, you put it all together there. Chris, what's your QTH there? I'm up in Binghamton. I'm not sure where you're located at.
I am located in Damascus, Maryland, roughly about 25 miles north of Washington, D.C. And where are you at?
Up in Binghamton, New York.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's not too terribly far away. I was that, about 300 miles?
I'm guessing Damascus, Maryland. I'm not familiar with that.
Damascus. Well, if you could imagine Washington, D.C., I'm 25 miles from Washington, D.C. in the state of Maryland.
QSL. Yeah, no, Maryland. When I think of Maryland, I think of like Assateague Island, or down in that neck of over on the eastern side, I guess, so to speak. I've never done too much inland on Maryland.
Well, if you've been near D.C. and all, that's if you don't know Maryland, a lot of people know where D.C.'s at. I'm only 25 miles from there, so like I said, a lot of people know the other areas. Damascus is not a very popular name in Maryland. It seems like I say Damascus, they think I'm in a different country. And I said, no, Damascus, Maryland, USA. And where? No, sorry, I'm not a DX station. But a lot of people know Gaithersburg, Rockville, Maryland, or Germantown. And I'm relatively close to those, if you ever heard of those in Maryland.
Looked it up, 275 miles apart. So, yeah, it's Damascus. Yeah, we've got a Damascus right here in New York, which is just probably, 25 miles from here. Damascus is up, and it's very, very country, very, very rural outskirts. So it's, yeah, when I heard Damascus, I was like, that's the first thing I thought of.
Oh, you thinking New York?
Yeah.
I hope my signal will be a little better. By the way, you give me about 5 knots. Sometimes you go about 5 over. So that's your signal report over here. So go ahead.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah, go ahead, Devin.
I didn't know the Damascus is so close. My son lives in near Germantown, Downstown. He moved there about 3 years ago. He was in, let's say, near Gaithersburg, and now he moved to Downstown. He bought a house last year, and we are coming to visit him end of April. So you are only, 15, 20 miles from there, or 10 miles?
Where did you say, Darnestown or Germantown?
Darnestown is part of Germantown, but it's a little separate area. Germantown, same place.
Okay, I am roughly from Germantown. I'm roughly, 6 miles.
Oh, really? So maybe we should have get together, have a cup of coffee, and just talk about things. We'll be there in the end of April. I don't remember the dates, or next time I talk, we'll let you know. I go there quite often, every 3-4 months, or every 2-3 months. My son lives there, and my daughter works in D.C. She lives in D.C. about, let's say, about a mile or less than a mile from Capitol Building. She works in the Senate office. So both kids are there.
K3SPK. I know all the places you're talking about. They're places I've been, and I've been all over D.C. working in all kinds of different buildings, and I've been in all types of different hotels and all kinds of construction sites. When I did electrical work, I was all over the place. That and I did a lot of places in Virginia, and worked at all the airports around here, Dulles, National, and BWI, and worked at some of the internet sites where all the main hub of all our communication goes through to the internet. Helped do the fiber optics and do the electrical and stuff like that. I've been all over the place around here before I retired.
Oh yeah, I guess you must be traveling quite a bit and familiar with those places. She works not the Hatch building, the next to Hatch building, the Senate office, the Connecticut Senator. So I forgot the name of the building, just behind the Capitol. So yeah, so good. Maybe we'll get together next time. It'll be fun. Back to you.
Yeah, phone's loading up. Hope you can hear me. Yeah, definitely. If you're coming to Germantown, I will make it a point to meet up with you, and we'll go have coffee or grab a bite to eat or something, and then, sure, absolutely.
Okay, I'll let you know when we are coming. I'll send you exact date, and then we'll talk. Good. I'm excited. That'll be fun.
And I'll make it a point to meet up with you somewhere. Like I said, we could go have a breakfast, something, or whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm glad to meet up with you. We do have some Hamfest coming up, but I don't think that's going to correspond with April there. Go ahead.
No, probably, but if we don't meet this time, we'll meet next time, because I'm there quite often. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. All right, Chris. Somebody was tuning on the frequency, maybe wants to get in. K1DSK, along with KA3SVK and N2 Echo Whiskey Mike. Gary, pick it up.
Okay, Devin. Yeah, that was. I went down the dial a little bit there. I was just checking things out there. That was probably me you heard there. Sorry about that. Yeah, no, not much else to put out there tonight. There, just probably going to get ready. It's probably my last go around here before we pull the plug there. So I'm going to say 7-3s on this last go around there. But Chris, it's nice to catch up with you and meet you as well. But probably hopefully meet you at the next outing there. And Devin, welcome back. Good to hear you in there, my friend there, and hope Catherine's doing well. It's fine, and say hello if you would there for us. But I'll say 7-3s and let you guys listen out and let you guys carry on there, and hopefully catch you maybe late tomorrow night, or we'll see you Monday. So 7-3s, guys. N2 Echo Whiskey Mike, listening out.
All right, Gary. Nice to catch up with you, and have a great evening. We'll talk to you soon. 73, I think I'll be pulling the plug too. Chris, very nice to talk to you and catch up. Hopefully we'll meet soon. You have a great evening. 73.
Yeah, I doubled with you, but that's okay. Gary, it's nice to meet you, Devin. I'm glad to see you back, and I'm glad to talk to you. So with that, 7-3, guys, and probably talk to you tomorrow or the next day. KA3SVK.
All right, guys. K1DSK QRT.
And Chris, good signal up here to Binghamton there. You're 15 over S9.
Thank you much, sir. You're doing a good job over here, too. KA3SVK.